Yeah. Well, how's your day going? It's got to be better than mine. You will not believe what he's got me doing today. Changing a light bulb in the sanctuary, like I have any kind of time for that. Seriously. Will you hold still?
Just gonna...
Good grief.
Sorry.
No, I do not have time for this. I still have to put in payroll, the board report for due pretty soon. Dude, I'm on the phone.
I knew that was going to happen. And why are you up so high?
What?
I knew that was going to happen. So, I am the media director here at the church, which means I do the sound and the lights and the video and the graphics and everything, which I pretty much enjoy. But I'm only working here part-time right now while I get my campaign off the ground. So, it's been pretty exciting. Let's just see my poster here. Jonathan Fletcher, Feed the Dream. And there I am with Ronald Reagan. And this, so my polling tells me that it will really help me connect with the youth. So, Zach! Yeah.
Do you really have to do that right now?
Glad.
Oh, yeah. So, I'm the youth pastor here at North Lake, which means basically I get paid to talk to the youth once a week. It's virtually no work at all. Well, that wasn't until recently, and we started this building remodel project, Project Nehemiah, and that's exciting. Except it's turned me into a youth pastor / handyman, and I'm not very good at that stuff, but I'm learning a lot. Okay, try it now. Turn up. Yeah.
It's not quite ready yet.
I'm the choir director, which I enjoy. What? Because of Zach, right? Tall freak. Are we ready now? Is that better? I'm the choir director here, which I enjoy immensely. Stop! I cannot take it. That was altos. I don't even know what you were thinking in measure 63. You just totally blew that rest. That was awful. I want to tear this book. Oh, I cannot believe it. That was just awful. Absolutely awful. I don't even like your shirt. What is that about? That was absolutely, I just can't even take it. I'm also the office administrator, which I don't enjoy as much, but I do get to say no to Zach a lot. And that's very enjoyable.
So that's when I'll lead in the fourth donkey from the back of the room, and that will help further illustrate the point that donkeys don't usually talk.
Zach, you can't do that. I'm sorry, and you'll forgive me for being blunt, but I feel like we've had this conversation before. You can't afford to rent 4 donkeys.
Okay, well, how many
for a sermon illustration.
How many donkeys can I afford to rent, though?
Zero. No donkeys. 0 donkeys. You don't have that much money to begin with, and you already spent most of what you had anyway on a lion costume for a Daniel in the Lion's Den sermon illustration.
Okay, but don't we have like a donkey guy or something?
A donkey guy?
Yeah, like a guy who will rent us a donkey on the cheap because we're a church.
No, we don't have a donkey guy.
Okay, but can't you like check on the list of vendors to see if we have a donkey guy though?
Donkey guy. Well. Oh, no. Sorry, no donkey guy. Shoot.
Do you think you could check one more time though? I really want these donkeys.
No donkey guy. Sorry.
Well, it's a good idea anyway.
It really, really was.
Are we still on for bowling this Saturday?
Yeah. I forgot to tell you I would love to go bowling with you, but I actually have an emergency appendectomy scheduled for Saturday. I'm so sorry.
No way. What? Are you okay? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
But okay, I thought emergency appendectomies only happened if like your appendix bursts, and so you're literally like bleeding out into your stomach, or if you have appendicitis and your appendix is literally pumping toxins into the rest of your body, so they have to take it out. It's an emergency, you know. It's like,
Yeah. No, that usually that is what happens. Craziest thing. I went to here's what happened. I went to the doctor for a checkup, and they put me in this machine that scans your abs. And when the results came back, it showed that my appendix was scheduled to rupture this Saturday, and so in order to save time, they pre-scheduled me for the emergency appendectomy.
that is so weird. You know, I thought they only scheduled emergency appendectomies after an appendix already burst, or if you have appendicitis and they're leaking toxins into the rest of your body. That's like a really... Well, man, medicine has come a long ways. They couldn't have done that 40 years ago. So I hope everything works out all right for you, though. I'll be praying for you.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'll see you.
Oh, Zach.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Pastor lately?
No. What's up?
He just wants you to go out and change the outlet in the hallway.
Oh. Yay. So, I'm not very good with electricity. I've been electrocuted 4 times that I remember. Oh, hello. I changed clothes, as you can see. I always bring this change of clothes. I hope not to use it, but lots of times if I'm doing this handyman stuff, I don't want to get my regular clothes dirty, so what else are you going to do? But, you know, not too bad. Yeah, sort of almost spiffy, I guess. We're going to be headed downstairs. Have you guys been downstairs yet? I don't know if anyone's taken you. It's the basement of the church. A lot of people call it the dungeon. I'm not really a fan of that. I like it. This is where my youth room is down here and everything. I think it's a fine space, you know, for what it is. So, unfortunately, we're not going to see the youth room right now. It's down this hallway down here, but not the little one, the long one. But man, it's great. You should see some of the stuff my wife did with the painting in there. Oh man, it's just great. But we're not headed down that way. We're headed to my least favorite room in the facility. And why it's my least favorite room is every time that I start in here, I end up hurting myself. So, not great. But yeah, this is it. This is the shop. Time to change an outlet, I guess.
Oh, Jonathan.
Oh, hey, Jack.
Hey there.
Yeah.
Uh,
How are you?
sorry to interrupt. Pastor just wanted to know if you had finished the bathroom signs and the graphics for the bulletin yet.
Oh, well, not quite yet. I've been working on something else here. Why didn't he come ask me himself? I mean, is he here? Is he
Oh no, he's
at home? Is he
he's
sick? Is he dying?
No, he's not sick or die. He's in his office.
Well, why didn't he come up here himself?
So you being here has elicited mixed reactions, really. I, for one, was indifferent about it, although I couldn't figure out why you wanted a look into our boring lives here at the office. Zach, he said he never wanted to be a TV star, but he'd be okay with it if it happened. Jonathan believes it's going to boost his polling numbers, his words. Pastor didn't want to have anything to do with it, really, so he's locked up back in his office. Which means that if he has anything he needs done around here, he is going to call me to do it because I've been here the longest, so. Yay! More work for Jack. And that's probably him now. Hello. No. No. No, no, no. We can't. We cannot do that for you. I'm sorry. Because we're a church. We're not a pizza place. That's why. Our phone number is one digit off from the Domino's down the street.
Yeah, so I'll get right on that stuff
Well,
here. So.
what were you working on?
Oh, I was just working on one of the new graphics, you know.
Oh, no, I love new graphics. I want to just take a look. If that's okay, I'm just gonna sneak in here and I'm not. Oh, would you look at that? You know, Johnny boy, that's not a new graphic at all. That looks just like the exact same campaign poster you've been working on every.
I changed the font from Franklin to Futura.
Oh,
And
Johnny,
don't call me Johnny boy. You know I hate that.
I'm sorry. You're right. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, I'm so sorry. And I didn't even realize that you had changed the font. So excuse me. But you know, since it's up here, why don't you just tell these fine folks here exactly for which office they can find you running?
No, I do not currently have an office for which I'm running. But I've had tons of people tell me that when I do run for something, they'll be the first to vote for me. Tons of people have told me that. Like at least a dozen. So, yeah. And it's like the Boy Scouts say, be prepared to run from anything, for anything. I'm ready.
Yeah, so I think I'm about ready to get going. Got everything you need: sledgehammer, a couple different sizes of crowbar, safety glasses, tin bucket to keep any loose parts in. It's all pretty important. It's important when you're dealing with electricity that everything that you use is metal. That really helps you out. And then we have some not as obvious stuff. Toaster, that's going to be important later. Book on electricity, that's going to be helpful to me. And yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to get started on this thing.
So Jack, get this.
What's up?
Okay, so this radish walks up to this beat, right? And
Nope. Let me stop you right there, Jonathan. Radishes do not have feet.
I understand that, but it's for the sake of the joke.
Oh, it was a joke. Good. Okay, I'm sorry. You probably should have led with that. I had no idea. All right, go ahead and make me laugh.
Okay. So this radish walks up to this beat, right? And the radish is crying because he's terribly upset.
Nope. Radishes don't cry either, Jonathan. So this is... Nope.
I understand that, but again, it's for the sake
of the joke, right? I'm sorry.
Okay, so this radish walks up to this beat, and the radish is crying. He's terribly upset, and he tells the beet that he's lost his car keys, right? And so the beet replies to the radish, "Don't worry, I'm sure they'll turn up." He says, "Don't worry, I'm sure they'll turn up." It's important for a politician to have a good sense of humor because your constituents really want to see that you have a good personality. But it's difficult coming up with a joke that won't offend anyone. So, oh no, would that offend vegetarians?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Jonathan, before you go, listen, I'm glad you're here. Actually, I wanted to apologize to you.
For what?
Earlier, I wasn't very nice when I was giving you a hard time about your campaign. So I'm sorry.
Okay.
And actually, I've been thinking, your campaign could probably use something a little extra special. I think it needs a song.
A song?
Yes, a song. See, everything that I've been reading says that all successful campaigns really have a good campaign song. It's kind of like an anthem for your platform.
Yeah, I like that.
We should write you a song.
So I think I got the power off finally, but really there's only one way to test. What I did first was I took off the front panel, I unscrewed that. Then I unscrewed the screws holding the outlet into the wall. And then you just yank the outlet out of the wall next. It's really pretty, that's why I'm winded. But there was this copper wire in there, and you really don't need that one, so I just pulled it clean out. And the only way to test to see if the electricity is off is to use, like I'm going to use this long screwdriver, but any piece of metal will work. And you touch it to both the wires together at the same time. Now it's really important, you got to keep your finger on the screwdriver because that's how you feel whether electricity is on or off. So just... Look at that. Take a walk. Take a walk.
Jonathan Fletcher. There's no one better.
Nope, that's not gonna work either. Man, I'm getting nowhere fast with that outlet downstairs. I electrocuted myself earlier. Anyways, I'm gonna do lunch, or do you want in?
Oh, thanks, but I'm too busy
Oh.
here.
What are you working on anyways?
Nothing. Nothing. I'm not done. I'm not done yet.
Okay. Sorry I asked. See you later. Hey Jack, I'm about to have lunch. You want to join me?
Might as well. What do you have to eat today?
Ramen. Trying to save a little money. You?
Soup.
Oh shoot. What? I'm sorry. It's not done yet.
You want to maybe sit on the other side of the table or something? We're kind of...
No, that's alright. I'm pretty comfortable on this side.
I'll try to eat this. So where's old Fletchy boy anyway? What's he up to? Why did he decide not to grace us with his presence?
I don't know. I invited him down here, but he's like too busy working on something. He's writing some kind of notepad, and you guys couldn't see it because it wasn't done yet.
Okay. I think I know what he's doing. He's I can't believe he actually went for this. He is writing himself a campaign song.
Sorry.
Get this, I told him if he would write the lyrics that I would write the music for him. And I cannot believe he's actually done it.
No way.
Oh man.
You know, that's so
so
cool of
good.
you, Jack. You always give me such a hard time about a campaign. And I thought for a long time, and you really didn't like him, but it's cool to know that that's just a facade, and that you really have a good heart, man. Not a lot of people know that about you. And you should let that shine more.
Nobody gets me.
That was delicious. Hey, Jack,
Yeah.
what do you think about color?
Color.
Yeah, I was thinking the other day, what if everyone on Earth has the exact same favorite color? Now, I know what you're going to say. People don't have the exact same favorite color. That doesn't make any sense, Zach. But just hear me out, okay? How we perceive color might not actually be what the color is that we've been described our whole entire life. Like, for example, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Okay, and mine's green. So what's green? Grass is green, all right? And what do we know about color? We know that it is just light being reflected. So if light comes down and hits green grass, this is what happens. All the pigments inside the grass collect all the wavelengths of light, except somewhere in the range of 510 nanometers. And then that comes up, bounces up, hits the cones of our eyes, and then the cones of our eyes tell our optic nerve to tell our brain that we are seeing the color green. But how we're perceiving the color green doesn't necessarily mean that it's the exact same as how somebody else perceives the color green. Like, for example, if my brain is telling me that I'm seeing the color green, I could actually be seeing the same thing that you're seeing when you're seeing the color blue. Because, you know, that's where it gets really foggy for me. We don't know how our brains are interpreting different things. And green really is just a word. Why do we think grass is green? Because we've been told our whole lives that grass is green, is green, is green, is green. But if we were in a different part of the world, if we were in Mexico, it'd be called verde. And if we were in France, it'd be called vert. But words are really just sounds unless you have a common language, and it's just used to describe something that we've been told our entire lives. But we have no idea if how you're perceiving green is the same way as I'm perceiving green. It's possible, theoretically anyways, that when you look out into the sky on a clear, blue, crisp, sunny day and you see the color blue, you're actually perceiving the same thing that I'm perceiving when I see the color green. And it could be vice versa. So theoretically anyways, it's possible to say that we have the same favorite color. And then theoretically, mind you, theoretically, everyone on Earth could have the same favorite color because there might be one color that is perceived that is more attractive than all other colors. And it doesn't matter whether your favorite color is red or blue or green or pink or yellow or purple. It doesn't matter because they could all be the perception. Just the perception could be the exact same thing. And we're all perceiving all these colors differently. Of course, there's no way to really test that. I mean, as you know, we've never had a successful eye transplant. And even if there was, how would a new optic nerve communicate with the brain? There's no way of knowing, really. Oh well, it's just a thought. Thanks for lunch, Jack. I'll see you a little later on.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
she said.
That's good. How's it coming?
Not very good. I have more wires than what I started with, and they're not even the same color.
How goes it there, champ? Got the lyrics done yet?
Yeesh. I guess I'll just wing it.
So, Jonathan, how is the lyric writing process coming on your campaign song?
Well, gotta be honest with you, I'm having some trouble putting it on paper. Got some ideas. I really want to talk about what I stand for and try not to be offensive, but I just haven't been able to really come up with anything.
Oh, that is too bad. Well, I actually, I had a few extra minutes today, and so I put a little something together for you myself.
Oh,
Kind of took the liberty of writing something for you. You want to hear it?
sure, yeah.
So this program here only plays the music, but I've got the lyrics right here somewhere.
Oh.
Here we go. Check this out. America, the great land that we live in, deserves a great man. That man is Jonathan Fletcher. The eagle soars so high he can almost touch the sky. He reminds me of a great man, a man for this whole wide land. Jonathan is the man for you, he's the man for me, and he's the man for you, and he's the man for us, both you and me. Jonathan is the man. If you love freedom and you hate no freedom, I have a man that you should meet. People often think that he's kind of neat. Jonathan is the man for you. He's the man for me, and he's the man for you. He's the man for us, both you and me. Jonathan is the man.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
And I think I finally got it done. Little known fact, the best way to measure and see if outlet is working or not is with a toaster, because you'll never put more wattage through an outlet than with a toaster.